Be very careful to develop good medication administration practice habits. Always read the medication labels and compare the label to the MAR. Perform the 6 rites each and every time you give the medication for each medication for each client. Sometimes it is tempting to think the 6 rites are so basic and simple that you do not need to follow them anymore. Do not skip these important checks. They help you to avoid medication errors. Be sure to question unusual orders. For example, if more than 3 tablets or capsules are needed for 1 dose of a medication, there is a good chance that you are preparing to give too much medication. A red flag should be raised in your mind if the client says they do not normally take this pill, such as a blue pill. Don't give the medication until you have rechecked to be sure that you have the right client, right medication, right dose, right route, and the right time. It is possible that you have the correct medication and the pharmacy supplier has changed. However, it is more likely that there is a medication error getting ready to happen. So you need to carefully recheck the medication administration record prior to giving the medication. If you continue to have doubts, contact your supervisor for clarification prior to giving the medication. Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, HIPAA, Privacy and Confidentiality. Healthcare workers have always understood the importance of keeping information about the clients they care for as confidential. In April 2003, the new legislation has enacted into law making confidentiality mandatory, and to violate confidentiality a crime. This new law is called Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, in other words, HIPAA. Prior to beginning work at an agency as a medication aide, you must be required to complete HIPAA training. HIPAA requires all staff, including the medication aide, to keep personal information about the clients they care for confidential, and only discuss it with the healthcare team or agency personnel they report to. For others, the client must give consent. This includes information about the client's medications. For example, if another client is in the agency asks you, the medication aide, "Isn't my friend taking the same heart pills as I?" The medication aide cannot share the information. The client can share it with their friend, but the medication aide cannot share it unless the client has given consent. Even if the medication aide feels there is no harm in sharing the information, do not talk about clients to whom you administer medications with other coworkers, unless it is related to their care. Do not discuss the clients or medications you administer with your friends or family or other clients in your care. You must not discuss clients in public areas because of the chance that someone will overhear what you are saying, and that would be a violation of privacy. Even when you need to discuss a client you are caring for with your supervisor, you must arrange to do so in a private area so that other personnel or clients in the agency cannot overhear. This protection of medication information is no longer considered a professional courtesy or the right thing to do, but it is the law and it is mandatory. The penalty for violation of this law can be a fine of $250,000 and up to 10 years in jail.